It's a Monday, and we have a drop list. What's going on here? Is the world ending? Mind is blown.
I feel like I'm chosen. I'm covered in gold.
Welcome back, friends, to another edition of Fauntleroy's Finest. I feel extremely fortunate that we're getting a drop list today because I have to take another flight tomorrow over to Cyprus and then eventually end up in the UK, so I will not be around for most of the rest of the week. I do hope to have a video for you guys on Thursday. It's not going to be Supreme related. It's a mystery box unboxing worth about $400. Traded some items and got back some Pokemon items, so we can see how that goes. Shout out to Ricky number 5, who is in +1 and also in the Laced Network, so he's just everywhere. And he is the card guy in both of those cook groups. So that should be a fun one, something a little different than just Supreme. But today we are going to take a look at the Supreme drop list for week 14. Another North Face collab. Who'da thunk? Wow! When I first looked at the collaboration, was not a fan. I started to look at some of the images of these items on body and look a lot better, to be honest with you. I do have some recommendations, so we will take a look at those. All of that said, if you would, please help a brother out and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be giving away another cool Supreme accessory when we hit 300 subscribers. I am pretty close, not quite there, so I'm still thinking about what it is I will offer up for 300 subscribers, but I can never do it unless you guys subscribe, so, you know, get there.
Okay.
Let's take a look at this drop list. I'm pretty excited to get a drop list on a Monday. It makes the whole week go a lot smoother, that's for sure. So, I will again be looking at the Supreme community because this kind of came out of nowhere. I'm not ready for the drop list, and I have a whole lot of stuff to do to prepare for my trip, so I'm going to be lazy about it. The first item are these labels shorts. These are probably going to be around $118, something to that effect. If you like these shorts, you should go after them, but I don't see them reselling. Then we also have this Labels 6-panel hat. I would say that this hat most likely will not do any reselling. I do actually like this hat. I kind of obviously like busy hats from Supreme. I'm not the biggest fan of that particular logo that they use on the front of the hat, but the colorways are decent, and I would say the black or the green even looks pretty good. Honestly, the colors on these probably aren't going to matter. Pick one that you like because these are a decent little personal hat, but I don't see them flipping. Again, if you need free shipping and it's between this hat and that, I mean, I guess, but you could always just buy some socks or something. And to round out the Labels collection, we have this Labels polo. Same kind of thing. Polos aren't really going to do it for Supreme. I believe the retail on the polos are like $108, maybe $110, something to that effect. Either way, you're either wanting this polo for a personal item or you're not. FYI, that sucker's not going to resell, okay? Just please stay away from these things for resale. Most of these items, to be fair, this week, not going to resell that well. Speaking of not going to resell that well, the next item we have here is a work short. Again, if you need some work shorts, if you want some work shorts, these are actually going to be decent little work shorts for you. But if you're looking to invest in some clothing that you think you can make some profit on, not going to be these work shorts. Again, these are nice, but not going to resell. Next, we have Dash's Wall Sweatpants. That doesn't even sound grammatically correct, but that's the name of it. Either way, this is an awesome graphic. I love this graphic. These sweatpants are probably going to be pushing the 138 mark, so it's going to be a lot for sweatpants. But I do love this graphic. Will it resell? I'm not sure. If you wanted to take a gamble on this one, I would obviously go with the smaller sizes or the larger sizes. And usually it's a little bit easier to sell the smaller pants. And that's just been for me personally. So take that all with a grain of salt. Like I said, if you're going to start investing in stuff that you normally don't buy. So if you normally just buy t-shirts and hoodies and you understand how t-shirts and hoodies sell, I would actually recommend pretending to buy, say, like this item, if that's what you wanted to buy, and then see how it did down the road, and see if you would have made a good decision or not, or then understand why this item did well or didn't do well. But anyways, a long time on some sweatpants that you really shouldn't buy anyways, but it is a really, really cool graphic. I do like this graphic. So the next item is the Rayon Firecracker short sleeve shirt. It's a decent shirt. It would look okay, like over the top of like a wife beater or something, to be honest with you. I believe that these shirts go for about $138. I don't see this reselling either, although it isn't a bad shirt. I don't dislike it. I mean, it looks kind of cool. Next we have the Fuck rayon short sleeve shirt. That's the name of the shirt. It's a proper title. I'm not swearing at you. It's just the name of the shirt. This one's voted just a little bit higher than the other one. I actually like the other print better. I would wear that before I would wear this. I feel like this one's trying to be a little more clever than it is. It's just smoke spelling out the word fuck. Like, there's nothing to it. Like, what? I don't understand why the smoke is so angry that it needs to say fuck. Is this candle very angry and it's trying to tell me to get away from it? I mean, I'm not really understanding it. Again, the rayons really aren't the business at the moment, so I would say to stay away from it if you're looking to resell. Again, any of this stuff personally is completely fine. Next, we have the first North Face item. Okay, so this North Face collection to me is kind of hit or miss, and this is one of the misses to me. This Supreme North Face Summit Series Outer Seam Camp Cap. They have long names for these, so bear with me on these ones. I would say if you're going for any of these hats, the gamble is probably going to be the pink. The black one is generally pretty safe. I think that they're all about in the same boat. I don't see many people wanting to wear these that much. I just don't like these hats. I'm a hat guy, not a fan of these hats. Again, if you can get some free shipping with them, they're going to be a little more expensive probably. Take a look at the price before you just pull the trigger on any of these North Face items. The next one is this Dashes Wall hooded sweatshirt. I think this is one of the nicer pieces that they've put out as far as a hoodie goes. It's more than just saying Supreme across the front of it, as I wear a shirt that says Supreme across the front of it. I'm more into this sort of arty stuff that they do, and when they do something a little different that I haven't seen before, I like it. I know this is another artist's piece. Again, I just think this is a super dope piece. I bet that it'll do okay over time. Usually the all-over prints either do really well or really shitty. This piece will probably be about $168, so usually a little bit more expensive because it's an all-over print, but I'm not super confident that there's a lot of resell in this, especially not a lot of resell now. Items like this sweatshirt tend to be more holds than anything else, and then eventually over time they'll appreciate. Okay, and next we have another North Face item, this North Face Summit Series Outer Tape Seam Mountain Pant. See, I told you they're all really long. Now these pants are probably going to be really expensive. I would say $250 is what you should probably look for. The smaller sizes of these will probably do really well. I would say the small pink ones probably will resell pretty well. I bet they don't make that many of them, and so then they wouldn't make that many small ones, and vice versa. I don't think you want to go any other size other than small in the pink one. The black one would probably do pretty well in most sizes, although, again, I don't think you're going to be making a ton off of the investment. So your ROI, or your return on investment, if you're spending $250 on a pair of pants plus whatever the fees are, you'd be lucky to probably make $50 to $30 depending on where you sell these things. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at these things. Again, if I was going to risk it for these, I would probably go with a small pink one and take my lunch if it doesn't work out. Okay, so the next item. Check it out, an unboxing right in the middle of a review list. Who'd have thought? From your friends at Nike, look what we picked up. We got those Nike waffles. We'll take these out on my trip. These will be my shoes that I'm gonna rock. These are actually really nice. They're all suede in the front. These are kind of like old school Padres colors maybe, or some Pittsburgh Pirates. My kid's on the Pittsburgh Pirates Little League team, so this will fit real good in with the rest of the group. These are going to be the shoes that I take on my trip here, so I'm glad that they showed up. Woo! Sorry guys, that's what happens in real life. Okay, so the next item that we will talk about is another North Face item, the Supreme North Face Series Summit Outer Tape Seam Neck Pouch. It's another long name. Okay, so these will probably be about somewhere between $35 to $50. It looks like it's literally just a waterproof pouch to put like maybe some document in, like your license or a passport or something to that effect. I have one of these from I think 2 or 3 seasons ago that still has not appreciated in value. I would recommend if you want one of these for the personal, great. If you were going to grab one, obviously the black is the most usable, but the pink one is the most like audacious. So I would say, again, stick with those 2 colors and leave the olive alone. Okay, the next item is this Patchwork Ranger Belt. I don't see this, again, reselling that much, although I'm not really in the belt know. This seems like a little bit more of a businessy style belt than just wearing it around with some jeans or some painter pants. So I don't think that these belts really fit with the overall Supreme sort of style. But if I was to say which one should you grab, again, it's going to be the same sort of advice. I think black is the easiest to use, and then the multicolored one is the weirdest one, and probably will have the least amount of stock. So I would say about like $75 to $80 is probably would be a solid range for this belt. If it's under that, maybe, but again, there's no branding on it, and I don't see why people would overpay for this without that. If each of those little boxes of color potentially had Supreme in the middle of it, then maybe it would resell a little bit more, but that's just where I'm at with this one. Again, it'd be okay if you need a belt, but I think you can get a belt just like that probably a lot cheaper somewhere else. I'm not a fan of this one too much either. The Barong patch short sleeve top. I mean, I can't really see it, but maybe the black one would be alright because it would be black with gold on top of it mostly. That's going to be one big patch in the middle though. I'm only seeing the pink one, and I don't really like the pink one. This will probably be closer to 100, so probably 98. Because it has a big patch on it, that's the only reason. Otherwise, it would be a little cheaper. I've seen a lot better. Not a huge fan of this one. Let's move on. Okay, so here we go. We have the Supreme North Face Pigment Print Sweatpants. I think these sweatpants are great. I like them a lot, but I do believe that these are going to be a little more expensive than most people want to pay for sweatpants. Now, the North Face stuff generally could be a little cheaper than the Supreme stuff, so I would still say at best you're looking at about $98 to $100 for these sweats. Most likely it'll be around $128, like a normal pair of sweatpants. I think if these are priced under $100, you could probably be pretty safe getting smaller sizes in blacks and pinks. But unless you really are wanting these for the personal, I would probably just stay back. Okay, the next is the North Face Series Summit Outer Tape Seam Route Rocket Backpack. They're getting longer. These names will never stop. I am a backpack whore, okay? I don't like this one. I do hope that the price is going to be more like $70. If that's the case, then maybe we can talk. But this is a 17-liter bag. That's not very big. Their normal backpacks are like 25, so it's like 10 liters smaller than the other bag. If it is priced between like $50 and $75, maybe it's worth taking a stab on. Smaller bags tend to just sort of sit because it's like if I'm going to spend the money on it, I'd rather have a bigger bag to use. It'd be more useful. And the next item is this Supreme North Face Summit Series Outer Tape Seam Coach's Jacket. Whew. I love this jacket. This is an amazing jacket. I really, really, really like this jacket. However, I don't think these will be very cheap. I believe these are going to be kind of around the $250 to $300 range. I've seen some North Face Coach's jackets go for under $100. So if these could be like $128 to $158, I would say a very nice price. Even if they're like $200, I think they're pretty good. Kind of where I'm at is I think $350 is what you should be looking at to potentially get back out of this jacket. And that's literally considering that you have the right size and the right color. And the right size is going to be black XLs or smalls in the pink and the black. I think the small pink might have the best return on your investment than anything else. I would love to get one of these for the personal if they're reasonably priced. Next we have the Supreme North Face Pigment Printed Pocket Tees. I am not a fan of these at all, really. I don't see a lot of resale in them. I do like them, though. I would wear them around and stuff. I think that they're worth it. But usually the North Face tees are like 54 to 58, and that's without them having a pocket on them. So potentially these could be closer to 78, like the last tee that came out that was the Climber Guy tee. I don't think it'll be as much as the all over print, but still I think these could be probably closer to like $60 or $68 or something like that, which would make me agree with this guy and say, oh hell no. Yeah, basically what he said. Next item on this list is another deck. I'm all decked out, to be fair, from Supreme this year. I can't imagine, unless they put out some kind of crazy box logo-y deck thing, I'm good on the decks. So the deck will be about $54. They're always like that. It's $14 to ship decks. So if you get a cart with a deck, your shipping is going to be $4 more than any other cart. Basically, you would need to buy both of these decks. I'm assuming you can buy both of them separately because there are two different decks. They don't even look good by themselves. I'm going to pass on these. Again, we've had too many decks from Supreme this year, so just move on. I don't know why it's so high, to be honest with you. It's not even that cool of a deck. Personally, I don't like it. Next, these crewnecks. I'm liking these crew necks, and I bet that these crew necks are going to be a little cheaper than normal Supreme crew necks are. I bet these will be in the 110s to 128 range, and I actually like these a lot. They're super simple. They're probably really nice sweaters to wear. I'd say in the personal wise, they're going to do really well. And again, I would say if you want to be safe, go with larger black sizes if you want to resell, or the smallest in the pink size for resale. So any smalls in black or pink and extra larges in black should be safe to make you some money on these. Alright, and next is the most expensive jacket you're going to see this week, the Supreme North Face Summit Series Outer Tape Seam Shell Jacket. Wow, that's a long name, and I think I finally got through all of these long names in the North Face deals. These jackets are really nice. They're going to be really cool. You're going to love wearing them. The one thing you're not going to love about these jackets, though, is the price. I think you'll be lucky if these things are around $550. That said, I think that you probably can make some money off of the right sizing and colors, and I'm going to say the same thing that I've said this whole time. XL black will do really well, and a small pink will do really well. Small black will do well as well. But I think if you stick to those things, you will probably make a little bit of money. I'm not sure what the return on your investment will be on these things. I do think that the right sizes will get to about $1,000, but most likely you're going to have to hold on to them for a season. Usually it almost feels like it takes a season to go by and everybody go, those jackets were terrible, and then this new jackets come up that everybody hates and be like, I wish they had the old jackets again. And then they start to go up in price because they're not around anymore. That's basically it. The number 2 item is actually a pretty good item, this bandana camp cap. I think this is the item that you're going to go for if you want to get that free shipping. These guys will be about $54, I think, is it for the camp cap. I would actually go after the pink one first, the tan or beige one, whatever that color is, second, and I guess black third. This is definitely a hat to grab. The only 2 colors that I personally wouldn't go after are the blue one and the red one, but the other ones will probably do okay. And then the final item this week, and it's kind of sad to say, another weird final item this week, it is a plate. That's right, guys, the Hype Beast plate. So this is the Supreme Royal Deft Hand Painted 190 Bowery large plate. So this is like, you're going to put a turkey on this plate, you know what I mean? 23 inches by 15 inches. That is a pretty good sized plate, to be honest with you. It's like a serving plate. Probably this is going to be somewhere between $58 to $78. If it is really, really big, it probably is going to be in the hundreds. Will this resell? No, it will not resell. I've got a deck that is that same exact thing, and nobody cares about it. So I can't imagine that if on a deck nobody cares about it, on a plate, people will care less about it. This is strictly a personal item or something to throw in the closet and maybe bring out in 10 years because no one bought it, and it would be worth something at that point. But it is not going to resell tomorrow, so I would not be focusing on this plate. Alright guys, so that is the list. I got it out for you. Hopefully this thing can go out later today, Monday, and have a few days to fester around on YouTube. The last one I got out almost like last minute, and nobody watched it. I'm just going to assume that it's because I took my hat off. Nobody wanted to see me without a hat. That was as late as I've ever done one. I almost didn't do it, but the folks in the Discord pushed me on and said, we need that dropless video from you. Oh, one last thing I wanted to talk about. We have to give some sort of special honor to our best friend Lewis. If you guys hadn't heard, those blessings tees have gone bananas. They're worth like somewhere between $600 to $1,000 a piece on resale, and our friend Lewis got 9 of them. So he almost took a decent little percentage of all of the stock that's available. So shout out to him. We're gonna have to make him a special name in the Discord or something. So good job, Lewis. Appreciate you. Alright folks, that being said, if you haven't yet, take a second to like this video, subscribe to the channel. Like I said, I'm going to do another giveaway at 300 viewers, so it's most likely going to be a Supreme accessory that I have somewhere. Hope you guys are able to cook whatever you want on Thursday. Leave a comment below, let me know what you are going after, and I will see you guys next video.
I feel like I'm chosen.